first, I found out that in the Philippines, sa bansa natin, walang company coming from the Philippines na nakakalabas ng bansa. Meaning, it's always been a US company. After expanding in the whole of the US territory, they expanded in other countries. Tapos, nag-expand sa iba't ibang mga bansa. So, in the Philippines, wala pang company na tumagal na coming from the Philippines, nakalabas. So, let's mention some company para mas maliwanag. Pag sinabing US, ang daming companies dyan. There's Amway, Herbalife, NewSkin, Forever Living, na tumagal ng 10, 20, 30, 40 years in US, then after some time, they expanded into 10, 20, 40 countries. But here in the Philippines, walang tumagal. So, ang goal natin, may makilalang isang company from the Philippines, expanding in 10, 20, 30 countries as well. So, pag binanggit yung pangalang yun, people would realize, oh, it's a company coming from the Philippines. So, yun yung goal natin. That's why the name of the company is called AIM Global, or Alliance in Motion Global. So that's one of the reasons. Since we want to conquer not only the Philippines at mag-expand tayo agad sa ibang bansa, kailangan yung product. It concerns a lot of people. Kailangan tumatagos in many culture, meaning hindi lang concern ng Pilipino, concern din ng Indonesians, concern din ng Africans, concern din ng Pakistani, ng people from other parts of the world. So, ang pinaka-concern talaga lahat, majority of the people nowadays is health. So, when we talk about health, food supplement is the best way to prevent diseases. So, nakakita tayo ng product from Nature's Way, and Nature's Way is a $1 billion company a year. So, we asked them kung pwede natin i-distribute o exclusive sa atin worldwide through MLM channel. And fortunately, they agreed. And after a few years, we did even better. We asked them to formulate a better product. So I actually co-formulated C24/7 along with Dr. Dean Morris. We added 9 more ingredients. Tapos ginawa pa nating sodium ascorbate yung vitamin C ng food supplement natin. So nagkaroon siya ng alkaline formulation. Nagkaroon ng mas maraming science behind the product, C24/7. That's why nowadays, kilalang C24/7 not only in the Philippines, but in Asia, in the Middle East, and now Africa. Many years ago, 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago, when we were starting, nakita ko na there would be companies from the Philippines na mag-expand in other countries. I saw it already. One big reason, Joseph, is that ang mga Pilipino kalat-kalat sa iba't ibang mga bansa. Fact number 2, there are around 15 million Filipinos outside the Philippines. And as Filipinos, magagaling tayo in what we do. Nasa Pilipinas man o outside the Philippines. What do I mean? Pag sinabing Pinoy sa Hong Kong, we're the best domestic helpers. Hindi natin kinakahiya yan. Pag sinabing Pinoy sa Taiwan, we're one of the best factory workers. Pinoy in South Korea, same thing. Pinoy in the US, we're one of the best nurses, caretakers, doctors. Pinoy in the Middle East, we're one of the best seafarers, oil diggers. Pinoy in the Middle East, we're one of the best engineers, architects in Singapore, in other countries as well. So magaganda yung connection natin outside the Philippines. And some of us, Filipinos, outside the Philippines, we are married to the local national in that particular country. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, if we could just maximize those connections from the Philippines, biglang magkakaroon ng downline sa Dubai, kapatid. Yung kapatid niya doon ang asawa, Pakistani. Doon makakapag-expand sa iba't ibang mga bansa. And we Filipinos, mahilig tayo sa kwento-kwento. Pag nakakita ng kapwa Pilipino, parang kapatid ka agad, parang katropa ka agad. Unlike other nationalities, ibang bansa hindi ganun. Ibang mga tao hindi ganun. Pero tayo mga Pilipino, we're closely knit. For whatever reason, ganun tayo. So sabi ko, the best ang network marketing as a business for the Filipinos, kaya kinakailangan, maintindihan lang nila, matutunan lang nila, isa puso lang nila, and gawin lang nila. Definitely, Filipinos will be the top players in this industry. It's mindset and it's experience. It's so hard to just erase the stigma of bad things that's happening in our life for the past few years. What do I mean? When franchising started, with McDonald's many years ago. They thought franchising was illegal. It was a scam. In their first few 5, 6, 7 years, they were hunted. They were prosecuted. They were in fact sued as an immoral, as an illegal practice. But nowadays, franchising is very much accepted. Same goes with network marketing. Marami pang hindi nakakaintindi. Why? Because the mindset of so many generations all throughout their lifetime, their career is purely employment and traditional business. So employment, traditional business, nilang ang alam for so many decades of most people around the world. It's either they get employed, okay, live as an employee, sustained as an employee, and after a few years die as an employee, or traditional business. And you all know, in traditional business, you need to invest what? Couple of thousands of, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or 2, 3, 5, 10 million pesos for traditional business. Wala pa tayo narinig na something in between, na hindi employment, hindi traditional business, but you can earn so much. And one of those opportunities is called network marketing. So this is very new. Very new concept. In fact, for so many decades, hindi ito tinuturo sa school. And you have to admit, the educational system worldwide may flaw. What do you mean may flaw? Hindi tayo tinuturuan kung paano talaga kumita ng pera. We're being mindset at tinuturuan tayo kung paano lang magtrabaho. How to be a good architect, to be a good teacher, to be a good nurse, to be a good lawyer, to be a good doctor, to be a good policeman. Walang training process or program ang education how to be a good businessman. Paano ka hahawak ng pera? How to be a multi-millionaire? How to be a billionaire? Walang tinuturong ganun. It's only nowadays, for the past 5 or 10 years, na may mga entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship courses. And good things that network marketing is already offered as courses in some of the prestigious schools around the world. In Harvard Business School, it's offered as a 4-year college course. In LaSalle and in Ateneo, it's offered as a 2-year course along with entrepreneurship. Ngayon pa lang medyo tinatanggap ng mainstream ang network marketing, pero meron pa rin mga friction that goes along with it. One main reason why I was convinced with network marketing is that I grew up as a poor kid. Mahirap lang kami. My mother was a high school public teacher. I grew up without a dad. So nakita ko kung paano lumaking mahirap. When I was always looking for a way how to help a lot of people financially. Akala ko noon, pag naging doktor ako, makakatulong na ako sa maraming tao. Alito ka, yes, makakatulong ka health-wise or medically speaking. Pero ang dami pa rin tao na tinulungan mo na medically, binigyan mo na advice, ito dapat gawin. Wala pa rin pera pambili ng gamot, wala pa rin pera pang pa-opera, wala pa rin pera to do all sort of things para pumaling sila. So I was thinking, ano yung way para matulungan mo sila in both ways? Medically or health-wise and financially. And I was introduced to this 20 years ago, network marketing. Sabi ko, wow, ito na pala yung solusyon. Yun nga lang, yung nakita ko yung solusyon, most of the solutions that were offered, most of the companies that I have seen and I participated galing sa US. So pag galing sa US, ibig sabihin, inisip yung company niyan, walang Pilipino sa isipan ng may-ari. Inisip yung company na galing sa US, ang inisip ng may-ari, purely Americans. So nung nagtagumpay sila sa US, nag-expand sa Philippines, no choice yung mga Pilipino kundi tanggapin buong buo o ni inaalok ng mga Americans. So sabi ko, magkaiba naman ang culture. Sa US, magkaiba ang culture sa Philippines. So what may work in the US may not 100% work in the Philippines. At the same time, what may work in the Philippines may not also work 100% in the US. So may mga cultural differences to weigh and to balance. So dapat pareho nakikita yan. So yun yung nakita ko. Sabi ko, maganda yung sistema ng marketing. Kaya lang, masyadong mahal yung produkto, masyadong mahigpit sa maintenance, masyadong ganito, ganyan. What if padaliin natin? Meaning, people from the third world countries, people from Indonesia, from the whole of African continent, from Pakistan, from the Philippines can basically participate, learn about the business system, and be sustained with it. Meaning, nasa programa siya within 6 months, a year, hindi yung nawawala sa program. The reason may mga people who fall onto attritions because masyado kasing mahal yung product, masyadong malaki yung quota, things like that. Na yun yung mga nagpasimula galing sa US companies. Of course, as a networker myself, 20 years ago, when I was starting to build my business, siyempre, nagsimula ako US company. So, US company, lahat. So, sir, can you imagine, isang piraso ng sabon, 500 pesos.
Oh, tapos that was
20 years ago. So, pag tinanong, mahal ba yung product mo? Hindi ako sumasagot ng oo o hindi. Sagot ko, it's competitive. Meaning, it's competitive against what? Against Clinique. Clinique is a very high-end serious brand. Ganun yun, 500, 600 pesos.
May Clinique na sabon.
Clinique. Yeah, Clinique. Clinique na sabon. So, 500, 600 pesos. Siyempre, pag tinapat mo nun, competitive na. Pero
Inabot ko doon, Hinuli Property.
pero pag tinapat mo sa Likas Papaya, na 33 pesos mahal. So, I was competing with that kind of products. But of course, you need also to sell yung product naman natin or natural or organic, walang harmful chemicals, and so on. So, isa yun. Tapos yung mga products, yun nga, nakabote, 90 capsules, 3,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos. I mean, for people in the US, mura yun. Pero for people in the Philippines, medyo mabigat. Eh, maganda yung produkto. Paano mo pwedeng ma-share yung product to as many people as possible? Kung yung produkto nakabote, sabi ko, sana nakikinig yung may-ari sa US na pwede nilang gawing banig-banig para pwedeng gupit-gupitin, pwedeng i-share. Sana ganon. Eh, hindi naman nakikinig yung mga may-ari sa US. Kahit na malaking pabenta mo sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga, they would always say, what works in US should always work in US at wala kang magagawa. So, doon ko nakita, sabi ko, okay, maganda yung business model. Maganda yung program. Pero yung system within the business model, sana pwedeng i-tweak or i-customize towards the the developing countries like the Philippines and like Indonesia and other. Kasi most of the countries na malalaking population, Indonesia, 250 million population, Nigeria, 200 million, Pakistan, 200 million, India, 1.4 billion. Puro third world countries yan. So pag binentahan mo agad ng mahal, oo may market. Pero mas marami pa rin yung mas gusto yung masa. So that's what I was thinking. Na pag na-capture mo yung masa, madali na lang mag-upgrade para doon sa mga high-end. Pero pag sinimulan mo ng high-end, you will never capture the mass market. Nira-rationalize ko. Sabi ko, hindi, mali yung mga downlines. Mali yung attitude nila. Can you imagine doon sa first company, here's how it works. First company, you will join 80,000 pesos. You have 80 products, so parang 1,000 pesos ang isa. Pagkasali mo, 18,000 pesos, may tinatawag kami 5-pack, wherein you need to invest something like 55,000. And that's not one time. That's every month. So kung kailangan mo maglabas ng 55,000 pesos every month.
20 years ago, ano?
That was 20 years ago, and that's in the Philippines. So pag may ganong sistema, sasali ka one time 80,000, and then every month 55,000 ilalabas mo. Lagi mo kapalit na products. And then yun yung iduduplicate mo. Sino re-recruit mo? You won't recruit a student, lalo na pag public school. You won't recruit a taxi driver. You won't recruit an ordinary teacher. You won't recruit a tricycle driver or security guard or a tambay. Sino re-recruitin mo? Mga businessman. Mga negosyante, restaurant, mga negosyante, taxi chains, mga negosyante, mga businesses, investment, so and so. So, ang tawag namin yung prospect up. Maghanap ka ng tao mas mataas pa sa'yo at yun lang, pag-aksaya mo ng panahon. Kasi nga, may pera kagad sila. And then, after a few years, I've noticed, bumibili sila, nag-benefit sila ng 55,000 every month. Pero after 6 months, 8 months, nawawala na sa program na attrition. Because sila na rin hihirapan. Sabi ko, how I wish there's a way na may leverage pa rin, may residual system, income pa rin, may leverage residual income pa rin, pero yung sistema hindi ganun, walang 55,000 every month. Kung meron man, maliit na o barya na, para pwede akong makapagpabago ng buhay. Ibig sabihin, yung tambay, pwede talagang maging yung tricycle driver, pwede talagang mabago yung buhay. Kasi sa sistema, 80,000, sabi mo, ginawa ng paraan, pero yung 55,000 per month, malabo lang gawa ng paraan yun. So initially, I was thinking, may mali sa mga tao, kaya hindi sila nagtatagal. So ang sinasabi ko lagi sa sarili ko, tama yung system. Yung system nag-create na ng maraming milyonaryo all throughout the world because it's the industry, which is correct. Kung may mali, yung tao, hindi nila natin na-sustain, hindi nila nagmamahal. But I realize na hindi rin problema pala dun sa tao kasi talagang kung ang kaya lang, ganito lang, ba't mo pipilitin sa ganito? Sana binaba yung system. Kanino? So, masyadong mataas yung sistema nila. Sabi ko, I was thinking, sana binaba nila yung sistema para mas marami nakasabay, mas marami nakapag-meeting, mas marami all throughout the world yung nakayanan yung sistema. Ngayon, hindi rin naman maganda, Joseph, yung masyadong bariya. Kumbaga sa akin, wala ka nang gagawin. Laway lang ang puhunan, sasali ka lang, libre. Kasi pag masyado namang mura, it will be taken for granted. Sabi nila, wala naman ako nilabas na pera dyan, kaya okay lang. Kailangan enough para pag sumikapan, pero hindi masyadong mahal para makasagabal yung tao na hindi makasama sa sistema. Ang masaklap nito, minsan yung nagre-reject pa sa'yo, tapos tulong mo yun. Sabi nila, i-endorse ka ng food supplement. Food supplement mo yun, vitamins lang yan. Sinasabi yan. Pero I also need to realize that we also need to realize as doctors, na nagturo sa amin para maging doktor, mga doktor din. Nagturo sa kanila, mga doktor din, anong kaalaman natin? Puro lang itinuro ng mga kapwa-doktor natin. So, hindi namin pinag-aralan tungkol sa mga herbals. Hindi kami nag-aralan tungkol sa mga vitamins, sa mga minerals, sa mga alternative way to heal and to cure the disease or to treat the disease. So, yun naman yung kagandahan ng supplementation. Supplementation, they are balancing our bodies in terms of health, in terms of the advantage and the disadvantage of the chemicals that we're taking, the detoxification system. So, pag nababalance yung sistema ng katawan mo, our body heal itself. So, it's another school of It's another school of thought na pag nabalance yung sistema ng katawan mo, siya mismo yung magpapagaling. Sinabi na yan ni Hippocrates na let your body be let your food be your medicine. Yung pagkain mismo yung magpapagaling sa katawan, therefore yung katawan yung magpapagaling sa sarili natin ng sakit. Kaya nga ang food supplement, the nutritional industry is a billion-dollar industry simply because it's not even being endorsed by the medical practitioners, pero naging billion-dollar industry. Why? Kasi yung mga tao talagang lumalakas, yung mga tao talagang gumagaling, nawawala yung mga karamdaman niya because of this supplementation. And it's the most powerful way to promote is through word of mouth. Sino ba yung paniniwalaan mo? Yung nasa magazine, yung nasa TV, yung nasa radio na nagsasabi maganda itong produkto ito, gamitin mo? O yung kaibigan mo mismo na pareho din kayo ng sakit na nagsabi na, nawala arthritis ko dito after 2 or 3 days of taking this product. Subukan mo, baka ikaw, mawala rin yung arthritis mo. So it's one of the most powerful way of endorsement coming from a personal friend or a person whom you know and whom you trust endorsing the products. Okay, sa mga prospects, have an open mind. What do you mean? There are a lot of things in this world na hindi pa natin alam. And one of those things is network marketing. Have an open mind. Try to learn, try to research, try to know the facts. Baka tama nga yung sinasabi ng pros, tama nga yung sinasabi ng nag-i-invite. There's really a chance to attain financial freedom and financial literacy to the program. So, sa mga prospect, yun na nga, just have an open mind. Kasi hindi naman lahat alam natin. At hindi lahat na itinuro, tama. Para lang internet yan. Hindi lahat na mababasa sa internet is acceptable, pero nasa internet. Okay? Number 2, sa mga naglaylo. Okay, there are many reasons pag naglaylo. Personal, or may kinalaman sa relationship with the uplines or relationship with the company. Pwedeng walang problema kay upline. Pwedeng walang problema sa company. Pwedeng may problema yung tao. Ba't naglaylo? Sana na matanggap ng tao na naglaylo na siya yung may problema. And it's about time to activate na gumalaw na this is the time na kumataw. Kasi nga, buti sana ko yung company nagsara. Kaya siya naglaylo. And the company still so much to offer. The company is going really, really well. And for the next few years, marami pa tayong i-offer na iba't iba mga divisions na you'll really be amazed. Aba, may ganyan pa palang i-offer ng company. Aba, may ganyan pa pala. So, yun ang abangan nyo. And para doon sa mga active na ngayon, this is the right time na mag-active. What do you mean? Kung ikaw nag-isip ka mag-resign, mag-resign ka na. Kung ikaw full-time, if you're full-time, God bless your business. If you're full-time, have a full-time attitude. Meaning, kung full-time ka, dapat 7 o'clock na umaga, gising ka na, nagli-live-in coffee ka na, nagsusulat ka na ng prospect list, tinatawagan mo na yung prospects, nagpa-follow up ka na ng mga napresentahan mo, nagpa-follow up ka na ng customers mo kung bibili uli sila, kung ilan ba agad na bibilin. When I say active, dapat gano'n. Hindi yung active gigising, 11 o'clock ng umaga, alauna ng tanghali, full-time nga, pero part-time naman yung mentality. So, para sa mga part-time or full-time, basta active ka ngayon, pasalamat ka. Bakit? Kasi ang daming sumasali araw-araw, naggaling sila sa mentality na hindi pa nila alam kung saan sila patutungo. Hindi nila alam, meron pa palang way para kumita ng malaki. Ikaw alam mo na may way para kumita ng malaki. Number one, baka ang itsura ng structure ng binary mo is meron ka ng left or meron ka ng right, or baka may isang leg ka na. Unlike those people who will just be joining today or next week or tomorrow na wala kang left, wala kang right, first time mag-network, ikaw may experience ka na. All you need to do is plug into the system. The company has a system of entrepreneurship. Each and every group, like ni Josephine, may J-Lead project na may system din. All you need to do is just to plug in. Malalaman mo na lahat, matututo ka na lahat, step by step, and hopefully during the time na kumita ka na malaki, enough para mag-resign ka na and do your network full-time. Maalagaan mo sila, mag-expand ang business mo not only in the Philippines but all throughout the world. Ngayon naman yung nangyayari sa global ngayon.